Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about setting alerts here in Thinkorswim. So I'll discuss 3 main ways that you can go about setting alerts for any specific parameters that you may have. Now this does help fast track your trading, especially if you're a beginner, because it can allow you to develop a disciplined way about analyzing your trades. So jumping straight into it, y'all can see here I have Google pulled up here on the chart. And in order to set an alert right here from the chart, all you simply have to do is right click, and you're going to go ahead and scroll all the way down until you see where it says create alert. Now from here you'll see the default window pop up, and at the top you see the ticker symbol here. Now of course if you want to modify this, you can hit the drop down and you'll see a multitude of options that pop up. Everything from positions, futures, options, the indices, indicators, FX, the lookup, and personal. But for this example, we'll go ahead and stick to Google for the ticker. You'll also see that the spread is defaulted to stock, but if you click this drop down, you'll also see that it can be set to single, vertical, back ratio, and a number of other options here as well. And these are various strategies that you can use when you trade. Now underneath that, you're going to see where the price is defaulted to mark, but if you hit the drop down, you can also have it set for the last, the bid or ask, the volume, or the sizzle index, and they even have it as the close, or you can choose a specific study. Now with that being said, you can edit this because they do have these 3 as the default for the simple moving average, the Bollinger Bands, and of course the volume average. But if you wanted to choose a different indicator, all you simply have to do is click on edit. Now I have made a dedicated video discussing how you can set up conditional orders, so I'll go ahead and leave a link for that down below. But essentially all you would have to do is click on edit and then select the indicator you see fit. So I'm going to hit cancel for now. And now you'll see next to mark, it is showing you it is at or above. You can choose at or below, below or above. And then directly next to that is going to be the price point that you want for your alert. Now you can increase this number or decrease the number depending on what you want. And then once you're satisfied with that, you can actually go ahead and hit this lock or unlock button to toggle on the fixed alert price. And then if you toggle it off, it is going to allow the alert price to follow any sort of market changes. Now here on the far right, you're going to see where it says best. You don't necessarily have to modify this because obviously you're setting the alert at the price that you're selecting, but you'll notice underneath it, it does say add OCO condition. So if you hit this plus button here, you'll notice that it will pop up another drop down for you to select your price, your level, and your dollar amount. But if you make a mistake, you can go ahead and remove the OCO condition and it'll go back to being the singular one. Now from here, you can go ahead and add a note. So let's say if we wanted to name this alert, and it can be based upon whatever you observe on the charts. So for example, if you're looking to set this alert based upon knowing that there's going to be an EMA crossover, you can go ahead and title it that. And that can be essentially what you label it as. It just makes it easy to remember, especially if you have a ton of alerts set at once. Now underneath that, you're going to see where it says preview, and this will show you a small display of the chart. And you'll notice with this that it shows you this highlighted function with a horizontal line attached to it. And you can actually move this up or down depending on what you want. And then once you reach the price that you desire, you can go ahead and let it go. And you'll notice that it will change the dollar amount here at this top box as well. Now underneath that, you're going to see where it says notify with. I'm going to hit this drop down. And this is basically the way you set the alert to be notified. So here at the top, you see where it says when this alert is triggered, you'll have it where it can play a sound and you can select the type of sound that you want. And then underneath that, you can have a text message sent to your phone, or you can deselect this as well if you choose not to. And additionally, underneath that, you'll see where it says send the following text in messages. Now you can select for it to be defaulted for all the fields that you see listed here below, or you can be specific and select only ones that you feel are needed. So you can go ahead and check or uncheck anything that you think is necessary. Now do keep in mind that it is telling you that these settings will be applied for all alerts. So unless you come back in here and specifically alter this, it will have these parameters defaulted for any new alert that you create. So definitely be mindful of that. Now underneath this, you're going to also see where it says options. So I'll hit this drop down here. And this tab will cover how you do the submission for the alert, as well as how you have it set for the expiration. Now by default, it's set for the submission to be for now, but you can have it set at a specified time. And this can also be selected for a certain date as well. You'll notice that it is in military time. So for anyone unaware on how to read military time, just simply subtract 12 from that. Now beneath that, you'll see where it says expire, and it's selected for not specified. And this basically just means that you want this alert to go off, but not set to go away at a specific time. But if you do want that option, just go ahead and select at a specified time. And again, do the same thing, look at the time and the date that you want to select. Now with TOS, they even take it a step further because you can actually have it set for a remind, and you can choose the number of days that you want ahead of the time that the alert's expiration is set to expire. And you can also have the alert for a reverse crossover, which is an element that some may not be fully aware of. You can also select to create a silent alert or to create a regular alert. And then the last thing to consider with this is if you want it to show up in the alert book, make sure you leave this checkbox selected. From here, all you'll have to do is go ahead and click on Create. And then of course you'll see it pop up here on the charts. Now again, Thinkorswim makes this very easy to modify because you can just simply drag or drop where you want the alert to be set if you do change your mind. And then once you have it set at a new level, go ahead and just release it. And it'll pull up this confirmation box to replace the old alert. And it's just restating what you chose prior and replacing it with what you have now selected. So if you click on replace, of course it'll replace it. If not, you can just go ahead and cancel it. Now, if you do want to cancel the alert altogether, just simply click on this X right here on the far right of the horizontal line, and the alert will be canceled. Okay, so that's the first way to go about setting alerts here on the charts tab. Now, another way to go about setting alerts is going to be here under trade. So let's say, for example, you're taking a look here at the option chain, and you're seeking to be alerted here at this 320 strike on the call side. All you would have to do is right click anywhere on this line, and then scroll all the way down till you see where it says create alert. Now, of course, this pop-up box is going to be very similar to the alert we just created as far as what you see as the defaulted parameters. So I won't necessarily go back over this again, but definitely keep in mind that you can have the price condition set as well. So if you want it to be a portfolio metric, a calendar event, news, or a rating change, you can choose any of these options. And then once you're satisfied with the numbers, go ahead and click on create. And this is the second way that you can go about creating alerts, but of course here in the trade tab. So I'm going to go ahead and click on cancel. Now another way to go about creating an alert is going to be right here under the analyze tab. So from here you can go ahead and type in any ticker symbol that you choose. I'm going to just use Google for example. And if you'll notice all the fundamentals pull up. Now underneath this basic information here, you're going to notice where it shows you the CFRA, the Market Edge, the Argus, Morningstar, LSEG, and then the Schwab equity ratings. So let's say, for example, you wanted to pay attention to the Morningstar data. You can go ahead and click on this bell icon next to download. And once you do, you can see where it says create alert on the company rating change. Now at this point, you're going to see where it's defaulted to have it notify you on the rating from the Morningstar, which is what we selected. And of course, it's going to default to the symbol or watch list. And it'll populate it for Google for this example. But you can go ahead and hit this gear icon right here. And you can choose obviously another ticker if you want to. You can look at any of the indices, a sample watch list. You can also take a look at like top 10. You can look at it from industry or any type of active on social. So there's various amounts of options with that. Now underneath it, you'll also see where it's defaulted to have you notified of each rating change from the selected providers. But you can change it to only be notified of the next rating change only. Totally your choice on either option you want to select. Now you can also put a note in here as well. And then for the most part, everything else is going to be pretty standard. So once you click notify with, kind of same thing that we talked about. Same thing with options. If you click the drop down here, you can set the specific time and date. And then at that point, once everything looks good, just go ahead and click on create. But I'm going to go ahead and click on cancel just for example purposes. I just wanted to show you the demo of that. All right, y'all. So those are going to be the three main ways that you can go about quickly setting alerts here in TOS. So for anyone who is a new trader, I hope this did provide some value to you. And with that, that'll pretty much do it for this video. If you did find any of this information helpful, y'all already know, feel free to leave me a comment down below. As always, I thank y'all so much for watching. And of course, I'll see y'all in my next one.